focus continues to be on Ajit Pawar's last rites. Now, as we are speaking, viewers, these are the visuals that are now coming in from right outside the Baramati hospital, the hospital where his mortal remains were. It is now to be carried to where the next particular sequence of events will be taking place, that is in Katewadi. At this point of time, what we know about
जाया जाएगा जहां पर उनका पार्थिव शरीर अंतिम दर्शन के लिए रखा जाएगा और वहां से फिर तकरीबन 9 बजे के करीब ये पार्थिव शरीर जो है वो विद्या प्रतिष्ठान की तरफ ले जाया जाएगा और वहीं पर उनकी पूरे स्टेट ऑनर के साथ अंतिम संस्कार संपन्न होगा। कैमरा पर्सन मंदार चौहान के साथ मैं ऋत्विक भालेकर, बारामती आज तक।
So viewers, what we are given to understand at this point of time of how the sequence of events for the day shall be proceeding in this final procession is that right now the mortal remains are being taken to Katewadi in Baramati itself from the hospital where Ajit Pawar's mortal remains have been kept ever since it was brought from the very crash site and then post-mortem was done. Now, the information that we have from sources tells us that the mortal remains will be kept in Katewadi until 9 a.m. and post that it will be taken by ambulance again to GD Madgulkar Auditorium, and then from 9 a.m. onwards the final procession will be beginning, which will again be concluding at Vidya Pratishthan grounds where the state honours shall be extended to Ajit Pawar. Now, this is also where people shall be coming in. Of course, we will be seeing how people have already been, and we have been seeing how people have already been assembling outside his residence itself since yesterday. They just want that one last glimpse of their beloved leader. So viewers, these are the visuals that we will keep in fact dipping into as they come in live from Baramati. And as we were telling you that people have been, the grieving masses of Maharashtra at this point of time have consistently been thronging outside that very hospital where his mortal remains were kept since yesterday. And we can see as the ambulance is traveling toward Katewadi, supporters, his people who believed in Ajit Pawar, who in fact were his were the people who called him Dada so belovedly. They all have been a part of this very final journey. From the hospital itself, they have been accompanying that very ambulance on foot, as we could see in the visuals that were coming in. And Katewadi is the place where Ajit Pawar, Ajit Dada, in fact, hails from. That's the very place where Ajit Pawar's chapters, in fact, began from. That's his grassroots, that's his root where he began his political journey from. So that is where his mortal remains are now headed at this point of time, amid a group of supporters also accompanying him. Ritwik Bhalekar continues to be with us on the broadcast at this point of time as we speak. Ritwik, we just saw those visuals coming in of the ambulance finally leaving the hospital, and they are right now going to Katewadi, where his mortal remains shall be kept for roughly almost an hour or so. Just take us through the details of what all are you learning from the ground there.
Yes, absolutely. Just a while ago, the mortal remains of Ajit Pawar have been taken to his native village Katewadi, where the whole Pawar family is waiting to pay their final respects. It has not been officially announced or the information released, because huge crowds would then be diverted, to the Katewadi village and to the residence of Pawar family. They have been urging to the crowds and the supporters to gather at Vidya Pratishthan, where the final rites would be performed. Also, the dignitaries, the central ministers, all the ministers from state cabinet have also been asked to join the final rites and pay the final respects at Vidya Pratishthan. But we've been also learning that after keeping the mortal remains at Katewadi village for the family members and the close ones to have a moment of grief together, the mortal remains would be taken out from there, and it would be brought to Gadima Hall, which is roughly 200 to 300 meters away from Vidya Pratishthan. The vehicle, decorated with flowers and a huge photo of Ajit Pawar is also been prepared and ready for the final procession. But it is not yet clear that the final procession would be taken out. It again depends on the situation and how the crowd is and how the deployments have been made. They also have to consider the timings because Ajit Pawar was known for the punctuality, and everything was bang on time. So the final rites would be performed by 11 a.m. is what been officially told, and they want to follow the timings because dignitaries from across the nations are also flown down in Baramati to pay their final respects. So we need to see that how much time it will take. Now they'll be reaching at Katewadi, and after paying the final respects, the final procession and the Antim Sanskar would be performed in Vidya Pratishthan by around 11 a.m.
Ritvik, do stay with us. We're consistently bringing our viewers all these updates as an ambulance is also now headed towards Katewadi, where his mortal remains shall be kept for a few hours before the final procession begins from there.